I hate camping out. Hey. That looks pretty good.
I think he's saying something's over there.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
What's going on? Why did the weather change all of a sudden?
The snow's gone, and it doesn't even feel cold anymore. Just what's going on? What is this place?
I see something big farther in. Is that a Zoogle? No, an owl?
Hootle doesn't seem too wary, so it's probably not hostile.
Let's go see what's up then. Stay sharp.
I don't get it. Why has it suddenly started giving us things?
Hey, is that owl beckoning us over?
I think it is. It's the owl we rescued before.
Then maybe that's what the gifts are all about. It's thanking us for saving its friend.
This one isn't just bigger than Hootle, though. Something about it seems almost regal. Don't you think?
What if it was the king of the owls?
Would that make the other one the queen?
You think so?
Yes, they're clearly a pair.
Is this some kind of owl sanctuary?
It's such a big place, though. I wonder if those two were living here all alone until we rescued that owl.
I thought no other owls existed, but here they are. And a king and queen by the looks of them. You never know what other ones might be out there until we look for them. It's not like you were searching the whole world over yourself, right, Rinwell?
Well, I mean, yeah. I guess you've got a point. Hey, Hootle. How about we find more of your friends and tell them about this place? It can be a little side mission on our trip, if that's okay.
It's fine with me. We'll find as many as we can.
Thank you. Oh,
Rinwell?
it's nothing. Don't mind me. Ready to move on? I think Hootle senses an owl around here.
So the guys we saw back in Messia were Snake Eyes, and your group fighting them is...
The Silver Swords. Heck, we even have members working within the Snake Eyes gathering intel for us.
Sounds like it involves a lot of double-crossing.
It does, but it keeps us alive and one step ahead. Calaglia wouldn't have been liberated without those double agents.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Swallow Blade, come and face me! It's over!
Sighted.
Here I come! You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
This'll be a delicious piece of cake! Easy. Hootle.
Out of my way! Seems about right to me. Looks like we spotted one of those friends. Your heart test. Easy. Hospital. I wonder what we can witness. If you can't decide, I'll have it wrong. Hey, don't do that!
Hey, Rinwell!
What are you doing here? If this thing takes 5 years to go.
So you did make it back alive. Man, I'm glad you're safe.
Barely. When we all got separated, I thought...
They're fine. They all got back on the case. Whoa! So cool to buy to her guys, but what matters is you're safe. So you're gonna introduce me?
Meet Alvin and Xion. I brought them with me from Calaglia.
You made it to Calaglia? Wait, is it just the two of them? What's the rest?
Well, it's kind of a long story. It's best if I fill everyone in at once.
Your call. Everyone will be dying now. We better get it back as soon as possible. Use this path to go in or out of the city. Stay away from the front gate, whatever you do.
How do the Renans not know about this secret route of yours?
Cisloden's an old city. It's littered with pathways that people have long forgotten. But keep your voice down. We don't know how long this route will stay hidden. Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
So this is Cisloden, capital city of Cyslodia.
Be careful. You never know where Snake Eyes or their informants are lurking. We're basically walking into a Zoogl's den here.
There are shops here?
On a permit basis. As long as people don't get reported on and sent to work the floodlights, economic activity is allowed here.
All this talk about reports and permits. This place really is different from Calaglia.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Rinwell!
Regan!
Shh! It's good to see you. Who's this?
They're with me.
If you say so. Come on, Menek's waiting. We can talk in there.
The name's Menek, leader of the Silver Swords. And I wish I could extend my warmest welcome to you all, but... if my eyes don't deceive me, you appear to have a Renan in your midst. If she is your prisoner, that's a rather loose leash you have her on.
She's not a prisoner.
So why do I get the feeling there's a rat about the house? No offense intended. See, I've grown comfortable with the likely outcome I'll be stabbed in the back. But stabbed in the front?
We risked our lives just to get here, sir. If you want to send her away, fine. But you'll lose me too.
I see. Trust is in about as short supply as light around these parts, and mine more than anyone's. But I'll choose to believe you. Forgive my manners. You must be tired after such an arduous journey. But to business. We need your strength. The Snake Eyes' grip on the city tightens by the day. Our people are suffocating out there. Hence the scouts I sent to find help. We're at the end of our tether here.
That's why we're here, to help. We've got the firepower to do it, too. But first, we've got some urgent business to take care of.
I see. So your leader is in need of rescuing.
It's none of your concern. We get that. But
It's coming to our aid that got you into this mess in the first place. You can count on us. Just as long as you help us with our problem afterwards. If he's been arrested by the Snake Eyes, as you say, then there's a good chance he's being interrogated over at their headquarters. Either that, or he's being put to work over at the Floodlights. First priority is finding out where he is. If you're planning on tagging along, Rinwell will show you the way. Just make sure to keep a low profile. Remember, it's not just the Snake Eyes. Hostiles lurk among the villagers, too. This leader of yours, he must be quite the inspiration for you to go to such lengths for him. I look forward to meeting him someday.
all right, let's head into town and see what the fuss is.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Good! This came out just the way I hoped.
think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say. So that's where those beams of light have been coming from.
Right. Any Dahnans accused of dissent against Cyslodia's lord are rounded up and brought here, then put to work. It's a fierce deterrent.
And you think Zephyr might be in there with them?
I want to see what the lights are all pointing towards. Take us there.
Damn, you can see where the floodlights converge from all the way over here.
I want to take a closer look. There's something I need to confirm.
What could possibly be worth the risk of us all getting spotted?
You'll find out when we get there. Everybody walking around looks so depressed.
Can you blame them? They live under the cover of darkness day and night. It's bound to wear you down.
Not to mention all the snake eyes roaming around. Laughing, talking too loud, or just about anything that makes you stand out can get you killed.
Hey!
No.
Hey. Why, you... Huh? Why, you... Sorry.
A spirit vessel. I thought as much. So they're pumping it full of light.
No, not light. Astral energy. Of course. No wonder this realm's so dark. It's as though there's a pall over the sky even during the day.
Except it isn't dark. Not really. The light's just being diverted.
Diverted?
Suck up all the light, and all that's left over is darkness.
What's the difference?
Darkness exists as an actual element of astral energy, just like light does. Didn't you know that? Let me break it down for you. Astral energy exists as different elements. There's earth, water, fire, and wind, as well as light and darkness. But dark astral energy only exists on Rena, and light astral energy on Dana. So, dark energy isn't harvested as part of the crown contest.
She's right. It's the same reason why I can't wield dark energy, and similarly, why no Renans can use light energy either.
The only exception to that rule on the Renan end is likely the Lord here, who has the Light Master core.
Whatever the case, it looks like they're collecting light here the same way they were fire back in Calaglia.
From what I hear, there used to be a proper day and night cycle in Cyslodia ages ago, but apparently, over the last 300 years, the darkness spread from Cysloden and covered the whole realm.
That's crazy. I can't believe the Renans found a way to steal even our own damn light.
We shouldn't linger. Let's keep moving before someone spots us.
Wandering around blindly is getting us nowhere. The Snake Eyes have the information we need, but we can't just ask for it. So what if we sneak in and take it instead?
I wasn't aware you knew how to be sneaky.
Hey, look over there!
That's Zephyr's son, Law. I don't know. Something doesn't feel right about all this.
Are you kidding? He's practically gift-wrapped for us.
Hey, what are you...
I remember you. What do you want?
We don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk quietly. Deal?
Make it quick.
Where are you keeping Zephyr? We're here to rescue him.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Isn't he your father?
Oh yeah, easy to forget that. After he abandoned me.
Abandoned?
It's the truth. All my old man ever cared about was sticking it to the Bright Eyes. He never even made it to Mom's funeral.
So you become an agent for the local lord?
You got a problem with that? You're not exactly one to talk, keeping company with a Renan woman. You think you know her, but wait until she has a choice between you and her people. I may have become an agent for the Renans, but at least I'm here trying to soothe the agony of my people from the inside. What's your excuse?
I don't buy it. No. You're running because you're scared. You think you're the only one who's had to suffer?
What the hell do you know, you— What the— Damn you!
Word to the wise, people like you
Enough!
make me—
Look, I don't know what happened between you and your father. But what I do know is that when you fought back at the village, he wouldn't raise a hand to strike you. I've never seen Zephyr back down from a fight. But he could never hurt his own son. And when he said he was staying behind, I think it was because he wasn't willing to abandon you. If you know anything, then tell us, please.
I don't know where they're keeping my dad now. All I've heard is that they're going to publicly execute him in the plaza in front of headquarters.
Execute?
Thank you. You did the right thing.
Why are you so determined to help my father?
Zephyr is the reason I took up the sword. He taught me how to think for myself. And I want to learn more.
If they're going to execute him in the plaza, then it'll be too dangerous for us to go alone.
Let's ask Menek. He should be able to sneak us in.
Sounds good to me. Let's have a chat with him.
So, you made it back in one piece. No promising leads unearthed on this end, I'm afraid. It may take a little longer.
We got our own lead, but it's not good. They're planning to execute Zephyr in the plaza in front of the Snake Eyes headquarters. And soon.
They're going to what? I've never known them to move so fast. They must believe he poses a grave threat.
We have to break him out. We could really use your help.
Not gonna be easy, but I'm sure we can think of something. If they're staging it in the plaza, there's bound to be an announcement beforehand. Which means if we can...
Snake Eyes! They've got us surrounded!
Damn! I knew we shouldn't have trusted!
Save it! In position, everyone! Repel them!
Use us, Menek. We've got your back.
No. You need to get out of here now. Rinwell, you know what to do.
Underground waterway to the rear. On it.
But...
No discussions. You didn't make it this far for it to end here. We'll be fine. We just have to buy you a little time. I'll send word later. Now get going already.
So this passage runs beneath the whole city, huh? Pretty clean for a Danon sewer.
Are you sure it's safe down here, Rinwell?
It's our emergency evacuation route, so it should be.
You sure it's as secret as you think?
We can use this chance to clear the way for Menek and the others when they follow. Let's go! Enemies show up the moment we do. Are we the reason for it?
We can puzzle over it later. We gotta run. Got it. If you spot any arch wielders, let let me know.
Will do! Much obliged! Take this!
All right. Here it comes. Reload. Air thrust. Both here I go. Dance in the wind. I'm all pumped up.
Take this!
Dance in the wind. In here.
Fluid skate!
Like that on
An
my
astral
watch.
art?
That's my cue.
Oh no! Shut him down!
A banana. Let's go. Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
I'm not done!
Do it. Rage testing. You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Hi, Hoodle.
Here I come!
Mega Ray.
Not a chance!
Here goes.
Rising Wyvern! Not a chance! Fluid skate!
Raging Cascade. Spread. Well, looky here.
Out of our way!
You're mine! You're finished!
Like not on my watch.
Well, we're on the home stretch
Not a
now.
chance! Don't take your eyes
You
off
are
the
in
prize.
tip-top
I'm
shape.
quite aware
As soon as I'm
without
done
you
here,
reminding me.
come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Made it.
Little help.
Take this! Flush! Try harder!
In here.
Not a chance!
Here, let me help.
Fluid skate! This one's gonna be tough! You're mine!
One more time. Gemini.
If it's in the sky, it's
Not
mine!
a chance!
Gemini off.
Fluid!
Let's get you
It's
out of
over.
the way.
Sonic
That's
thrust!
it.
We did it!
These little ones.
Less talking, more pummeling.
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Looks like we found our mystery resident.
The Snake Eyes must have kept it here in case of intruders.
We can't let it slow us down. Let's finish it and keep moving.
I wasn't expecting something so big.
They want to make sure we don't leave.
Then we'll just have to beat it. For everyone's sake.
Here I come! Get through! Aim for the weak spot. Not today! Here I come!
By the power of water! Lightning condemned! Thunder Ray! Magna Ray! Don't mind if I do! By the power of water! Raging Cascade! Searing Flame! Reload! Seal! Let's get you all tucked away! Magna Photon Flash! By the banana let's go! Gemini Aqua!
You're mine!
Sleep now! This one's mine! Got it! Now's our chance!
Rising Wyvern!
A banana! Let's go!
Swallow Blade!
In here! Get on in there with the others! Raging Cascade! Searing Flame!
More Sucos?
Keep calm and take them down.
I'll be
I'm not done!
I'm out! Back into the
Take
floor!
this!
Sleep now!
You're mine!
More for the
It's
power!
over!
Flame of Fury!
My turn! My
Now!
turn!
Strike!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Air Magna Ray! Light ready! Here's a healing art! First aid!
I owe you one.
They're not playing around! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Here's a healing art! It's about to strike! First aid!
Look sharp, everyone!
Casters! There! One more!
Take this!
Light Astra dance in the wind! Here, let me seal! Don't mind if I do! First aid! Blah 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 magic! Seal! Searing flame! Reload! Here goes! A banana! Let's go!
You picked the wrong fight!
Photon
Stop!
Raging Cascade!
You're mine!
I never miss!
You're finished!
Flash!
You're mine!
Dance in the wind! Hear me! Flame coming! Burning strike!
Now!
Magic is out!
No escape!
Reload! Crossblade!
Here I come!
Flame of fury! Burning strike! Dance in the wind! By the power of water! Back into the fray!
You're mine! Try harder!
Just what the doctor ordered!
You're mine! Slash! No!
When it's almost in the bag!
Not done yet.
Air thrust!
Just falling back.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best!
No escape! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Try harder!
Did you just heal me? Yes. I need you, remember?
Right.
I'm on a roll! Burning strike!
You're mine!
Your power is expected to behold.
I'm not trying to be dramatic with it.
Still, it's a part of you. Embrace it.
Freeze Lancer!
Take this!
Lightning command! I never miss! Thunder! The enemy is going all out!
Here comes a big one!
One more! Here goes!
Burn in hell!
Light Astral Energy! Here's a healing art!
It's too much!
Dance in the wind! In here! There! One more! For the top!
Here I come!
Searing flame!
It's over!
Reload! More where that came from! Searing flame! Reload! Thunder! I'm out! First aid!
Move it!
Lightning condemned! I'm all stocked up!
Take
Now!
this!
Astral Energy! Full throttle! Go!
Come on, let's hurry.
You okay?
Bregan? What are you doing here?
When I heard the Snake Eyes had attacked, I figured you'd probably be headed this way sooner or later. Come on, it won't be long before they sniff us out. We need to find safer ground.
What about the others we left behind?
Menek can handle himself. Have a little faith. Come on, follow me.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
How many of these hideouts do you guys have exactly?
Enough. You can never be too careful these days. We even keep some of them secret from each other. So long as you don't let anyone tail you, you're welcome to use them as you please.
So what's our plan of action?
We're still going to rescue Zephyr, right?
That goes without saying. If only we knew where he was, we could...
Hey! You're gonna want to see this!
Found guilty of all charges. The Calaglian dissident will forthwith be executed in witness of His Excellency Lord Ganabelt. Clause 2 of the Special Curfew Act has been initiated with immediate effect throughout the realm. All Dahnans not involved in special duties or corrective labor must remain indoors until further notice and watch the execution broadcast. Any citizens found in breach of this protocol will be arrested as dissidents. This is a direct order. Repeat, this is a
You think they're
public
talking about your
announcement.
friend?
But Law said... I thought we had days, not hours.
Looks like it's been brought forward.
Just hold on. Where do you think you're going? We don't even have a plan yet.
Screw the damn plan! If we don't leave now, Zephyr's going to be murdered!
Alphen, we've got to go. The clock's ticking.
We've all gotta go some way, I guess.
We'll join up with you afterwards. We might be able to create a diversion.
Good idea. Let's go. We have to get to the plaza. What's going on? Why did the execution get moved up?
Calm down. We don't know enough to say what's going on here.
We've got no way of knowing what happened to Menek and the others. Damn it.
Hey, Zephyr and the others will be okay, right?
Let's just get to the plaza, and fast. Is the execution in there?
Hey, you lot! Trespassers! Think the curfew doesn't apply to you, huh?
Uh-oh. Now what?
Doesn't seem like there's any other way in. I say we fight our way through.
Wait! I recognize them. They were with the dissident!
No choice then. Look sharp, everyone!
Zephyr's still okay, isn't he?
The sooner we take care of these guys, the sooner we can rescue him.
If you have time to talk, maybe you could focus on the task at hand?
How about you stop telling us what to do?
Yeah. You're mine! We're not finished!
Blood in your dreams! Hands in the wind! Air throw!
I'm not done!
My astral energy!
Damn, there's just no end to these guys. Zephyr!
Attention, citizens, subjects, and slaves of Cyslodia. I, Lord Ganabelt Valkyrus, do formally open these proceedings. Behold! The brazen worm who would dare threaten the peace and order of our fair city. As if his scheme weren't foolish enough, he then made the mistake of thinking he could hide it. Take heed, Danans, and engrave this edict into your souls. Such fools' right to life in Cyslodia shall be forfeit. Now, embedded, you should listen carefully. Before my final verdict, I am prepared to offer you an unprecedented chance at mercy. Where are your comrades? Give them up before those assembled, and I shall spare you your life. Fine time I have. If you're so tremendously determined to suffer for the sake of your allies, then I will see to it that you do. Well, feeling the urge to tell everyone yet?
Just what do you want me to say?
First, tell the people about the mistakes you made. Then, the whereabouts of your friends.
Mistakes, huh? Where to start? I've made so many in my life that I've lost count. All my life I've had to fight, but I have known nothing but loss. I was so caught up in the struggle to survive in this world that I ended up neglecting my own family. I have lost so many good friends. I even lost my wife and my son. I'll never be able to fix these mistakes. Not a single one.
It sounds to me as if the greatest mistake of your life was never learning to stay down when you were beaten.
A good man once told me if I take up this fight, I'd have to pay a price. Turns out he was right. After all, the very people and things I was fighting to protect the most were payment. I don't regret keeping up the fight for a second. But still, not a single day goes by when I do not think about what I have lost. Not telling others how much they truly meant to me before it was too late. That is your answer. That's the greatest mistake of my life. Do yourselves a favor and never become like me. Don't continue to make the same mistakes until it's too late to fix them. Ask yourself what it is you couldn't bear to lose. What do you want to protect with all of your might? Then hold on and never let go!
That's quite enough.
Listen to that voice deep inside of you! Together, no wall can hold you back! And the same goes for the ones the Lord made you build inside your own hearts!
You still hanging in there, Dad?
Oh, you saved me.
Damn you. I've been such an idiot.
My son, I need to...
Now's not exactly the best time to catch up. And there's still a lord in need of beating.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So you're the son, are you? I thought I'd ordered for you to be relieved of your duties until all this was over. I'll see to it the person at fault is reprimanded appropriately.
What?
Oh, well. You've served your purpose more excellently than anyone could have hoped.
Zephyr!
If it isn't the infamous Alphen of Calaglia. And he's joined by his fellow conspirators, the likes of Traitor and a Danan Witch.
They're not conspirators. They're friends. And they're not alone!
Oh, Minik! You finally made it!
Your reign is over right now! You hear me, Ganabelt?
The Master Core's acting up. What is it?
Minik?
I was hoping to drag this out a little longer.
But that's a Master Core. What?
No, Dad!
So the Master Cores react to each other, I see. How interesting. You can drop the act. It's over.
All this time, it was really you?
Every second.
You stand before the Lord of Cyslodia, Ganabelt Valkyris in the flesh.
You mean a Renin Lord's been leading the Danan resistance?
You're not the only one skilled in the art of deception, you know. A mere side vocation in my own case, but sufficient in bringing the blazing sword of Calaglia to my doorstep.
Me? All of this was just to get to me?
Alphen! Zephyr is...
Dad! Dad!
That's a special poison. Ordinary healing arts will do you no good. I wouldn't fret about it, friends. You'll all be dead soon enough.
Don't even think of escaping, dissident!
You need to hurry. Otherwise he'll...
You're not getting out of here without a fight.
No! No!
Alphen?
Time to let it rip! Here I come! this! Hold nothing back! Here I come! You're finished! Rising water! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and... Damn it! They got us outgunned.
And all while we're on the defensive.
Dad! Dad, come on! Stay with me!
All this trouble to buy yourself a few extra seconds before you die?
You bastard!
They've fled. They'll be back, though. Draw up a welcome party. We'll be ready when they return.
Did we lose them?
Looks like it for now.
Come on, even if we did lose them, they'll be after us soon enough. Besides, we have Zephyr to worry about. The sooner we get back to the safe house, the better.
Zephyr.
Let's get to the safe house, quick.
Please, open your eyes!
I'm sorry. I can't stop the poison's advance.
Thank you.
Zephyr!
The struggle's in your hands now. Oh. Are you there, my son?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Dad. Please just...
Oh. I can't see you. Are you there? Oh. Oh. Listen. I've always...
Dad. This can't be. No, it can't. We never... I didn't. And now he's gone.
I had a feeling we might have a rat among us. But to be Mennick of all people...
So what do we do now?
I'm going. Law. That bastard Ganabelt will pay.
You have to know that Ganabelt will be expecting us. This is all an obvious trap.
I don't give a damn if it is! There's no way I'm letting that bastard get away with this!
He's right, you know. Ganabelt. Mess with the wrong people.
Alphen, you can't just...
Weren't you the one who said you wanted to take on the Lords? Or would you rather go back to Calaglia?
I won't allow you to put words in my mouth. All I'm saying is we shouldn't rush things.
I don't need any of you coming along. The score is mine to settle.
You're not the only one who wants to avenge Zephyr's death.
He's right. Besides, if we don't take him on right now, We may never get another opportunity.
If you're going, that means you're going to need the blazing sword. If we do this, we can't afford to make any mistakes.
Are you really sure?
You can ask us again after we've defeated the Lord.
Please, allow me to help you as well. Think of it as an apology for getting you into this whole mess. It's the least I can do. Feel free to use anything in here you might need.
Aren't you worried about getting ambushed?
Impossible. I built this hideout with my own 2 hands, Menik. No Ganabelt doesn't know it exists.
Then let's go. Time to avenge Zephyr and free the realm's people.
All done. Come and eat.